up, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. We are finally back to this channel, other than our top 5 picks.
Yeah, I told you guys we'll have videos coming on this channel very shortly after the top 5 and
of November.
Yeah, our top 5 of November, and we kept by that. We didn't promise, but we did it.
We stood by it.
Today we have Christmas movie.
Christmas movie, as you can tell by the title.
Yeah, Christmas Chronicles 2. We actually just watched the first one
the other night,
yeah,
like 2-3 nights ago.
Yeah, so this is the second one. Our thoughts and the review to it. I looked over here because Oakley's just sitting here weird.
She looked like just like that.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'm wearing a robe. It's actually her robe, but we got blankets and
hot
blankets,
cocoa.
and because we're literally just got done watching the movie.
Yeah.
So we want to give our first impressions and thoughts on the movie. So let's let them know what it's about.
Alright, so this obviously came out this year. The first one came out in 2018, 2 years ago. So, a teenager, Kate Pierce, is reunited with Santa Claus when a troublemaker threatens to cancel Christmas forever. So...
Grinch style.
Yeah.
But no Grinch.
In the first part of this movie, Kate Pierce and her brother, Teddy Pierce, they discovered Santa Claus was real.
Yeah.
They found him,
captured him.
Went on his haul to deliver all the presents. And we're here now. So, this film I liked. I don't know if I like it more or less than the first one. I feel like it's kind of on the same playing field for me. It wasn't worse, but it wasn't like way much better than the first one. With the elves, I wasn't expecting them to look like that. Just because other...
But that's from the first one. It looked like that.
Yeah.
So if you guys have seen the first one 2 years ago, you guys already know like what to expect.
Yeah. But like, because like in Christmas movies, elves don't look like that. Elves look like humans, not like little... Mongols, gremlins. Like they were the first time I seen them, they looked like gremlins, and I was kind of caught off guard a little bit. But yeah, I definitely recommend this movie to watch right now or like in the coming days before Christmas, just because it like sets the mood, you know.
Or on Christmas.
Or on Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, for me, this movie's like both of them. Christmas Chronicles. This is kind of like we're not going to review the first one, but we're tying them in a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't say watch this one on Christmas Day, just because the first one is more Christmassy than this one.
But yeah, I think this movie is pretty good. I personally like the first one way more. The first one to me was way more about Christmas.
Yeah, that one gets you more in the Christmas spirit.
And but it's also like I just like the environment of the first one way more. Them being in the city. At home, yeah, just going through all that. This one was like the setting was just way different.
Oh, yeah. They were like on vacation in Mexico.
I hated that. In the summer, it was like, it looked like summer.
Yeah.
There, because it was different. They're on the beach and all that, and then they went into like, was that the North Pole? Or what was that? That was North Pole, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so they went there, but it was just like different.
And Turkey.
And I don't know, I just didn't care for it as much. I didn't really like the bad guy in this, really, but it was still a good movie. But if I was ever to watch this again, or like one of these, I'm watching the first one, guaranteed.
Now that you say that, and I'm thinking more, like even though we just finished watching it, like literally 5 minutes ago, but I'm thinking more into it, diving deeper into it, I feel like the first one was much better, just because this one is just weird to me. Like, it's not Christmas, and it's just kind of weird having 2 sleighs and different kind of reindeer.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole battle. Like this movie was just doing too much.
It was just like this the whole time, rather than like you know.
Yeah, it was just doing too much with this like good versus evil and Santa, and like it just wasn't as good as the first one. Plus, the brother wasn't in this one nearly as much. And
only like in the beginning and the end.
Yeah, and I like the dynamic between the brother and the sister, because they were against each other, like fighting all the time. And then they end up, you know, obviously liking each other. This is the first one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Working together to capture Santa if he's real, and he didn't believe in it. But he low-key did, because he was still writing a letter and all that. Yeah. But, I don't know, that one was just way more better. And she was younger. I liked it because she was like... I mean, she's still young, but she was like a child. The older that you get, I don't really care about you believing in Santa or not. But this movie was still good. It sounds like I don't really care for this one. Yeah. But it was still good. I still recommend you guys watching if you haven't seen it.
So the animations in this movie were really good, actually. Like, even though you could tell it was kind of fake, it looked like real at the same time, in a way.
Yeah. I will say too, I do like Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus. It was a little weird when we were watching the first one. It was a little weird me seeing that version of that type of Santa Claus, because he was not a ho ho ho.
Oh, he was just kind of like a whatever.
And he wasn't like a fat guy.
Like a nonchalant.
And like the white, like he didn't have all that, but
modern.
I ended up I do like him now. being Santa.
Well, you didn't like him playing the role of Santa?
I didn't like the whole vibe of Santa.
Oh.
When we were first watching it. Mm-hmm. But then I started liking it. But yeah, I actually... See, this title is going to be literally Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. Because we're talking about both.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're making a third one or not. But I kind of would rather just them end it.
Yeah, I feel like they should not make a third one.
Because the first one was really good to me. The second one dropped. And I feel like a third one, you can't really go much further with the story, especially when this one ended.
And I feel like that's the thing with, like, movie sequels. Like, they start high and then they just kind of, like, go downhill for the most part. So there's a Mrs. Claus in this, too. And they kind of, like, leave you kind of guessing in the end of the first one. Like...
Well, you were guessing for some reason. I didn't think Santa was over here with a bunch of hoes.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I knew that had to have been Mrs. Claus.
Well, they, like, show her kind of in, like, a weird angle. Like, they're trying to hide who she is. And then they show her, and it's just like, how am I, like, what? Like, how am I supposed to know who you are? I guess the whole point of it would lead into the second movie. But even then, I didn't really see a big need for that.
But anyways, overall, I think we both think it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. So that's probably the review. But before we end it, let's go into our ratings.
Okay, so I'd probably give the first one a 77 and the second one a 72. The first one was a lot better than the second one, and I liked the whole animation and all of that and the plotline in the first one, but not so much as in the second one. However, there's also, I felt like some lines were kind of forced that were said. Like...
In the first one?
In both of them. Especially in the second one, like, they're just saying it, and it's just awkward when they say it. Because, like, you could tell it's a script. It's scripted.
So, that's one thing I liked about the first one more, is I thought it was funnier. I thought there was much more funnier stuff and funnier lines in the first one rather than the second one. Mm-hmm. Like, the first one, Santa had a lot of good one-liners and, like, a lot of good stuff he was saying that was funny. And this one just wasn't as funny. It was just less of it. And for me, I'd probably give the first one, like, an 82.
So you loved it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I think that's a really good one. I highly recommend the first one for anybody that wants to watch it, but especially if you have, like, kids.
The first one is definitely a family movie.
Yeah, especially if you have kids and stuff. I feel like that's a really good family movie to just sit down and watch because it's funny and it's interesting for kids and adults, but it's also funny and has funny moments for like adults would get. With some of the stuff.
Yeah, because like adult humor.
Yeah, there's a little bit of adult humor in there. But yeah, and then the second one I'll probably give like a 68.
So 82 and 68?
Yeah. Probably like 68. Still good, nothing crazy. Just didn't enjoy it as much. But that's gonna be it for the review. If you guys enjoyed it, definitely leave a like. We appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below if you guys have seen this movie and your thoughts on it. One or two. The first one or the second one. Or both.
And if you've seen both of them, which one you prefer better.
Yeah. And anyways, my name's Matt.
My name's Nicole.
And we'll catch you next time.